We're going to begin by lying back over a bolster if you have one. Now, if you don't have one, don't panic. You can lie on the ground. We'll come to supta baddha konasana. Now I'm going to use a couple of cushions for under my legs, and I'm also just going to use this bit of a blanket under the head. Okay. Come and sit down right in front of your bolster or just on the earth if you're not using one. Bring it right up in against your hips, and these other cushions, if you have them, stuff them in around your legs. So you're bringing your feet together, your knees apart, and you're just bringing that little bit of a prop under your legs so it's not too much of a stretch. When you lie back with the bolster, you want to make sure it sits right into the back of your waist, and then get your blanket or cushion, that little bit of a prop for your head. Now we could really go to town here with the cushions. We could put another one under each arm if we liked. And in fact, if you feel like you need that, come up and get it, okay? Maybe you'd even put an eye pillow over your eyes and settle in. So I know this kind of feels like the end. We've just got ourselves up, a lot of us, and here we are lying down again. But we are just giving ourselves this opportunity, as we often do with this sadhana practice, to tune in, settle down first before we move. Feel the breath come and go, and the movement settle. I often feel it's like a snow globe, the snow settling. And that is the mind and the body coming to a stop. So notice the sounds around you. Feeling in your body. The activity in your head. Or perhaps the lingering traces of what's been going on in your mind. There's so much chatter, stories in the head most of the time. So notice now the quietening down of that. Stepping back from all the drama. Today, certainly in this house, people are up and at 'em, kids are back to school, it's all go. September feels like a new year sometimes. Notice now how you feel in yourself. Let's deepen the breath. Take one more big deep breath in. Long breath out. Feel the whole body sink. And then bring the knees up. Stretch the legs out long ahead of you. And let's give our arms a big stretch wide, a big T shape with the body. And as you breathe out, let the arms go a little higher over your head. Now stay here as you breathe in, lengthen to fingers and toes. And then as you breathe out, let's lift the arms, lift the head, roll up all the way to sitting. We'll take a big breath in. Well done. Reach up to the sky. If that's a little too much for the shoulders, just reach as high as is comfortable. Bend the knees a little bit and come forwards, a little seated forward bend. Go as deep with that bend in your knees as you like. Drop your head. So this could be as much as bending your knees so much you hug your arms in under your legs. That'll work too. Lengthening the lower back, breathe into it. We'll take one more breath here. Long breath out. And then we'll breathe in. Come on up slowly. Okay. So we're going to clear our space. Let's get rid of our cushions and our bolsters. And then we'll come and stand at the back of the mat. Okay. So I apologize if there's a whole load of sounds like elephants running around my house. It feels like they're moving all the furniture right now. And they're just back to school. It's a lot of drama. Do you have a belt or a scarf? We're going to use that. Okay, so anything like the strap of your dressing gown will work really well. Okay, so give yourself a little bit of space. If you're a bit close to the walls, either side, turn sideways. Hold your belt wide. Breathe in, root down through your feet and lift the arms up. And as you breathe out, we're going to let the arms come back and down to open the shoulders. So breathe in, again, rooting through the feet, keep the tailbone dropping, lift the arms up, and then down in front as you exhale. So we're going to go with this a few times. Just feeling the shoulders beginning to ease out. There's a lot we hold in those shoulders. Now, as you move through this, be careful that you're not overarching your lower back. So you want to keep your tummy drawing in, your tailbone dropping down. Just try and get that movement into the shoulders. Let's go one more time. Breathing in to let it rise, breathing out to let it come back behind. Now go at your pace. If you're a little slower or quicker than me, that's fine. Stay with it. And whenever the arms come down in front, we leave it there. You let the belt go. And we're going to breathe in with the feet apart. We're standing at the back of the mat. Let's come to a gentle chair pose. So bend the knees, let the arms lengthen ahead of you or maybe even a little overhead. Then breathe out, fold on in and down, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, dangle your head down. Take a breath here. Long breath out, drop a little bit deeper. Feel the ground beneath your hands. If you can, get the palms down. Then breathing in, just walk on out onto your hands and knees. And as we breathe out, we're just going to start to circle the hips, bringing them around in a small or a big circle, round in one direction. Let's go again. Breathe into it. So good for the lower back, this, as well as warming up the hips and preparing the hands, the wrists to take your weight. Let's go around the other way when you feel ready, but really stay with your breath. So let the eyes close or the gaze soften. Slow down to meet your breath. One more. And the next time that we come around and we bring the hips back towards the heels, we're going to stay back there. Bring the big toes together. Bring the hips right back towards your heels and give yourself a little sway from side to side. And then let's come and sit on the heels. Drag the hands towards you. Make fists with your hands and bring your fists into your tummy. Now bring your knees a little bit closer together. Fold in over the fists. Drop your head towards the earth. Now you could stay there with that little bit of pressure from your hands, or you could start to roll your fists in your belly. Just kind of waking up the digestive system a little bit, like a gentle massage. So go inside, go to that space, breathe into it. And then we'll let go of the movement. Take one more breath. And then let the hands come out of there. Bring them down in front of you. Shift back onto your feet. Keep your feet together. Breathe in as you come to your feet. Just lift a little bit through the upper body away from the earth. And then breathe out. Come on down deeper to that forward bend. So feeling now the ribs against the legs. Drop your head. With the feet and the knees together, bend the knees. Chair pose. Let the arms come ahead of you. Let them go as high as they want to go. And then come all the way up. Exhale, keeping the feet together. Draw the hands down to the heart. Bend the knees again for that chair pose. Inhale, sweeping the arms ahead of you. Now we're going to twist. Keep the knees together, left elbow or hand over your knee. Either bringing the hands together in prayer as you twist to the right, or if you want to keep it a little bit higher, you could have your hand on your hip or to the sky and your left hand to your knee. Okay, let's find the breath and anchor through the base. Bring the hips behind the knees. Line the left knee up with the right knee. Take one more deeper breath. And then release. Turn around and bow again in Uttanasana. It gives the thighs a little break. Take a breath. Hands firm on the earth. Then bending the knees again, chair pose. Knees and feet together, arms ahead of you or up. Twist the other way, breathing out. So if we have our hands in prayer, what we're trying to do is press the hands together to lift and turn the chest gently to the left. Yes. Breathe. Can you deepen that breath? One more. Inhale. Exhale. Turn it around and bow it down. Uttanasana. Breathe in. Walk ahead of you with your hands. Let's set up our downward dog. Breathing out. Separate your feet and drop the heels towards the earth. Take a breath here in downward dog. Lifting through the lower belly and then anchoring down from the hips to the heels. Bow your head. Bring your feet together. Breathe in, extend your right leg up. Go slow. How does this feel? Up on your left toes. Now gather the foot through between the hands. Grab a couple of blocks if you like for this, or fingertips on the earth. We're going to breathe in and coil in. Bow the head. Go up as high as you can with your hips, straightening the front leg if you can. Now bend the front leg deeply and push the back heel back. Let's do that again twice more. So we're lifting and coiling in, a little hamstring stretch there. Then deepening the lunge. Now go easy. Give yourself time to feel. Again, inhale. And as you exhale and move deeper, send the heart and the head forwards as the heel comes back. Now step on back into plank. Inhale. Take your time. Exhale, look ahead of you. Lower down. Chaturanga. Choose your back bend. I'm going to go with Cobra here. You can come with me or choose one of your own. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's go back. Downward dog. And bring the feet together. Breathe in. Left leg rising. Go up on those right toes. Feel the space above you and then gather in. Exhale. Foot between the hands. Inhale, coiling, rising through the hips. Little lengthening of the front leg. Exhale, bend the front leg. Push back through the back heel. And two more. So with each round, you feel a gentle deepening. Exhale, feel the hips move down. Lift the back leg, lift the heart, lift the head. One more time. Long exhale. And we step, inhale to plank. Feel the four corners of it, the neck and the head align. Look ahead, breathe out, lower. You choose Cobra or perhaps upward dog or somewhere in between the two. Downward dog, breathing out. Now settle into that downward dog. Drawing up and back through the lower belly into the hips. Exhale down into the heels. Let's walk our feet up the mat, up towards the hands this time. We breathe in, hands to the shins. Draw the lower belly up and in as you lift the heart and the head. And then breathe out, Uttanasana. Perhaps hands around the back of the ankles this time. Tuck in a little deeper. Let go, breathe in, bend the knees, uncurl. Let's come all the way up, open to the sky. And then back to the heart, breathe out. Take a breath. Tadasana. Now, grab a couple of yoga blocks if you have them, and let's put them at the top of the mat so they're ready to go. We'll use them in a moment. Okay. Now, once you've got that set up, we're going to bring our hands back to prayer. Breathe in, Avahana Mudra, a little cupping of the hands, bring it forwards, bring it out, around behind, exhale, interlace your fingers. Breathe in, draw space across your heart, and then breathe out, folding over the legs. A little bend in your knees again, ribs to your thighs, hands off the back. There you go, halfway up. Breathe in. Breathe out, relax the shoulders. The neck, the head. We'll take one more breath. Lovely. Now let's bring our hands to our shins. Breathe in, lift halfway. Again, feeling that lift in the lower belly. Lengthen to the head. Take the feet a bit wider, turn them out. Exhale into your squat. Maybe you're just halfway into it and that'll do perfectly. Take a breath. Breathe out, ease a little deeper. Listen and feel inside. One more breath. Long breath out. Lovely. And then we let our hands come on down to the earth as we breathe in. We're going to step on back and find that downward dog again. Breathing out. Stay here. Good. Now bringing your feet together. Breathe in and lift the right leg to the sky. Lengthen up high. Now step it through, but not quite between your hands, a little bit back behind them. Grab your two blocks here, put it either side of your foot and turn the back foot so that the heel comes down. Now separate your feet a little bit across your mat from each other. Hands to your hips, breathe in and come up. As we breathe out, we're going to be upright, straighten the front leg, pull that hip back, left hip forwards. Breathe in, open up through the front body. And as we breathe out, push into the back heel and tip forwards. Breathe in, push into the back heel. Breathe out, we tip forwards a little bit more. Now at some stage, as you keep breathing in, pressing into the back heel, there's a little bit of a lift. And as we breathe out, we keep that connection to the earth and bow further. At some stage, your hands will meet your blocks. Let your hands go to the blocks or even to the floor. Bow down as deeply as feels good for you now. One more breath. Feel the right hip pull back, the left hip forwards. Now stand the blocks up on their ends, hands on the blocks. Let's breathe in, straighten the arms, lift the heart and the head. Look a little bit ahead of you. Now bring the left block closer to your foot. And on the next inhale, wind the right arm out to the side. Let it keep going towards the ceiling. If you want to stack another block under the one you're using, do. Reverse Trikonasana. Breathe. Pull the right hip back. Anchor into the back heel. And take another breath and energize your fingertips. Breathe out. Let your hand come down. Grab the other block as well. And we're going to shift them forwards. Now you move forwards into that front foot. Move the blocks even a little bit more. Give yourself space. Turn the back toes downwards. Turn the kneecap downwards. Good. Now breathe in. Lengthen. through the back leg and into the top of your head. Breathe out. We might shift our left block a little bit closer to the midline, just a little bit, not all the way. Now turn, right arm out to the side. Breathe in, open. Breathe out, reach into the back leg and the crown of the head. Breathe in. This is revolved half moon. Breathe out. Good. Now one more breath in. And as we breathe out, let the hand come back down. Take another breath to lengthen. We're going to bend the standing leg and the back leg. Fold the back leg behind the front leg. Sit down. So we're moving the back foot off to the right. We sit our hips right down. And now we spin around. So right hand behind, left arm hugs the front leg, the top leg into the body. And we twist. Ardha, matsyendrasana. You know this one well. So it's the right leg up, the left arm around it. Perfect. Take another breath. Anchor down through the sit bones, rise through the spine. Breathe out and twist a little deeper. Now as we inhale, keep the legs as they are, spin around the other way and all the way to the left a little bit, counter twist. Take a breath. Long breath out. Now we're going to come back to those blocks that we left there at the front of the mat. So you've got to get your weight into that right foot again. Lift your hips. Hands on your blocks. We're going to take the left leg, the back leg out there, back to where we began, reaching back behind, head forwards. Breathe in, breathe out. Could we take the hands off the blocks? You've got to lean more into the back leg, hands to prayer at the heart. Breathe out, warrior three. Take a breath in, very strong. Breathe out, bend the standing leg, touch the back toes to the earth. Now put the heel down. Breathe in, warrior one to the sky, reach up. Breathe out, drip deeper through the hips. One more breath in. And breathe out, let the hands come down. Step back to plank. Inhale. Lower on down, exhale. So one leg has worked a lot. I'm gonna have to even that up. Inhale, big back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Take your feet together. Breathe in the left leg, rising now. So reach up above you. And as you exhale, step it forwards, but again, not quite all the way to the hands, a little bit back behind them. And get your blocks and put them either side of the foot. Turn the back foot down, heel to the earth. Inch the feet a little wider of each other, hands to your hips. Breathe in, come up. Now, breathe out, spin the hips. Right hip forwards, left hip back. That's why we need that slightly shorter stance than warrior one. Breathe in. Breathe out, start to come forward. Push into the back heel. So as we breathe in, running about halfway down, lift the heart and the head a little, push into the back foot. And as you breathe out and bow forwards, keep drawing the right hip forwards and the left hip back. Good, another breath, inhale. This time as you exhale, you might be able to bring your hands to the blocks or even right down to the earth. Two more breaths, inhale. Exhale deeper now. We might let go with the head. Inhale. Exhale, feel the roots. Pressing back into the back heel. Now on our inhale, hands to the blocks, stand them up tall, lift your heart, straighten the arms, look a bit ahead. Breathe out, bring the right block a little bit closer to your foot. Anchor in the back heel and breathe in. Open the left arm out to the side and just let it keep going. You're going to find your limit with that. So it's not necessarily pointing to the sky. We're winding through the ribs and the chest, not just throwing the hand up there. Okay, very good. Keep breathing. Lovely. One more big breath in. Breathe out. Let your hand come down to your block. We're going to move the 2 blocks forwards. Breathe in. Shift into the front leg. Lift the back leg. So just where your hands are, that you give the front of the body space. Lengthen to the crown of your head. Turn that back leg in. Take another breath. We might move our right block a little bit closer to the midline. Take the weight into the right block. Breathe in. The left arm starts to open out to the side and towards the sky. Keep breathing. Remember, what we're doing here is twisting through the upper body, not just trying to chuck the shoulder open. Well done. Breathe. More length in the back leg, more length to the head. Breathe out, twist. There's your max. Take another breath in. Breathe out. Let your hand come down. We're going to bend the standing leg, fold the back leg in behind it. So we bend both. And as we sit down, we'll move the floating foot over to the left. So that's going to come down, shin down, sit on the earth. Tricky one to kind of get into, but you're just folding your legs around each other. Left leg on top, right arm wraps around. You got there. Left hand behind you. Good. Now breathe in, up through your spine. Breathe out, rotate a little more, turning the head. That's it. Stay with your breath. Nice. Unwind, inhale. Now keep going, keep unwinding. Go the other direction for a little counter twist. Take a breath. Then we come back to the middle and get our hands on our blocks, our weight in that front foot. So you ready? Lift your bum up. Get your hands on your blocks a bit ahead of you. Weight into the left leg and the right leg floating back. So lift the heart, lift the head. You can stay here with the hands on the blocks, or our last little challenge, shift the weight more into the left foot. Hands off the blocks to prayer at the heart. Take a breath. Breathe out, bend the standing leg and touch the back toes to the earth. And then swivel it so that the heel comes down, and now breathe in, up. Warrior one, stay up. Breathe out, let your hips drop deeper. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, hands to the earth. We're stepping on back into plank one more time. Inhale, head forwards, heels back, feel your core strength. Breathe out, move forwards as you bend your elbows. Rise up, inhale. Take your time, longer breath. Downward dog, exhale. Be here in your downward dog, return to your breath. One last breath. And now, walk the feet up towards your hands. Breathe in, lift halfway. Breathe out and fold. Hands to the earth, or wrapping the hands around the ankles. Tuck yourself in a little deeper. Breathe in, fingertips to the earth a little ahead of you. Heel toe your feet wider. Turn them slightly out. Exhale into your squat. So second time, how's it going? Breathe in. Feel free to use a block or two under your hips now. Breathe out, let's stay. Relax the facial expression. Go to your breath. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And towards the end of that breath, we're going to bring the hips right down to the earth. Not graceful, but we got there. We'll bring our legs out in front of us. Now breathe in. Arms ahead of you. Breathe out, roll on down to your back. All the way down, stretch the arms overhead. Big breath in. Now take your right knee into your body. Let's squeeze in. Breathe in, open the right arm out to the side. And as you breathe out, draw your leg over to the left. So lots of twisting this morning. Wanted to kind of wake up the middle, the abdomen, the digestive system. Breathe into your belly. Breathe out, go deeper to your twist. To the center as you breathe in. And then draw the leg in, give it a little squeeze. Left leg comes in, right leg out long. A breath here, easing the leg in. And then over the other way. So we're twisting left arm out to the side and the leg over to the right. Breathing here. So this kind of practice where we do lots of twisting and waking up the belly is really good, as you can imagine, when your digestive system feels a bit sluggish. A great one for early in the day before you've eaten anything. One more breath. So bring it back to the center, draw the knee in. So when the digestive system's kind of under pressure, you know yourself, like after having a heavy meal, you feel really sleepy because it takes a lot of your energy just to digest. Bring the right leg in, have a little rock, a little squeeze. So when we kind of give it a little boost, wake up the organs, help a little bit with the detoxing, hold your feet and lift them up into happy baby. You give your energy a boost for the day. Less of it has to focus on your tummy. You can get on with your day. Let's release our feet and come back to where we began, with the feet together, knees apart. We've no bolster this time, and that's fine. Reach the arms overhead. This is still our supta baddha konasana. Interlace your fingers and bring the hands under the head, little pillow, elbows wide. And send the breath right down into the belly. Feel it expand as you breathe in, into the ribs, into the chest. As you empty it out slowly, feel the whole body relax. We'll let the knees come up at the end of the breath. Feet hip width apart, drop your knees in. Stacking them against each other, bring the hands now down to the belly once more. Maybe make a little downward triangle with the hands, the tips of the thumbs, tips of the index fingers just touching, downward pointing triangle. Relax. Let the breath come and go. And then finally, we can set ourselves down in Shavasana. You can keep it really simple. Stretch the legs out long from where you are. Spread the arms apart. Or go ahead and roll to your side and get your props. So for example, you might like to put your 2 yoga blocks on your mat and your bolster over the top as a little stand for your legs, popping the back of the legs over the bolster. And then maybe a cushion for under your head. So this one called Dolmen Shavasana. You have a little dolmen there where you stack your legs and the feet float the other side of that. Feel the breath come and go in the belly. Let a bigger, deeper inhale come into the belly. And as you breathe it out, empty the back of the waist to the earth. Roll the kneecaps towards the ceiling. Now hold the pelvis steady, bending one leg. Let the foot come to the bolster. And then the other. And then roll on over to your side. Come up as you're ready. Let the hands come away from the body a little bit, the palms face up, close the eyes. And in this mudra of receptivity, open to what the day brings. Feel inside, notice how you are. Bring the hands together, the heart center, drawing inwards. Bring to mind something or someone you feel grateful for. Let's take a big deep breath in, open the arms wide, stretch up overhead. Gather it in, exhale, draw the hands down to the third eye, the heart center, and the earth. Namaste.